Okay, today I will make a repair on some heels that have had damage. Now, sometimes the client asks for odd requests, so this is what I need to repair. This heel probably went into gravel, and it's all damaged to, well, it's really bad. The boot itself is not worth that much, but the lady likes it. So let's see if we can reconstruct the surface. So what I will need is some leather which can stretch. I need this for the leather pattern, the surface texture. I need some dust that came off from the sander. So this is just sanding dust, rubber, and all sorts of leather, and 5-minute epoxy, and of course some elastic bands. So a large elastic band. Okay, so first let's start. I need to cut the size of the heel like so, and I need to cut a strip which is large enough. And I need to cut this in two. Alright, so I have two pieces. Next, oh, I also need a stir stick, so there we go. Next, I need some shine to act as a mold release, so the epoxy glue doesn't stick to the leather. So we'll do that now. Right now, apply. Doesn't matter which color shine. Just make sure that it's nice and covered, and it will act as a mold release. What I want with the leather is I don't want to stick it to the surface. I just want to transfer its texture to the boot, because I have to rebuild the surface. The surface is all damaged. There we go. It's nice, covered with shine, and nice and slick, so it won't stick to the epoxy glue. Now I need some 5-minute epoxy. Depending on the repair surface, you might need more or less. I'll just use a nice quantity here. Make more if I need some more. Stir the two sides of the epoxy as you would normally do. And then stir in some dust. Make a nice cake of epoxy and dust. So the consistency is similar to cookie dough. So it's pretty thick. The epoxy hasn't started setting yet, so I need to have another stick and then start distributing it on the shoe. Need to make sure you fill in all the cracks, because that's what we're supposed to do. Just fill in the cracks, make sure it's nice and even. And if I hurry up, I can do the other one. The other one is even more damaged. So here we go. Nice and ugly now, because it's very pasty, ugly looking. But remember, the glue hasn't started setting yet. Still have a few minutes to work, but gotta work quickly, because this 5-minute epoxy doesn't kid. When it starts setting, then it's too late. So now I have both shoes covered with glue and grit, or glue and sanding. I have this stretchy leather, nice and pliable, and it's covered with wax or shoe shine. And now I can just wrap it around, stretching to make sure that I'm molding the surface to the shoe. So I've got to stretch very well, make sure everything is pressed in, be nice and tight. To finish the mold, because that's really what I'm doing, I want to finish it with, make sure it's stuck with electrical tape. Here we go. It's nice and stretchy and tight. Alright, still have time to work on the other one, so I have to work quickly because it's going to start setting soon. Okay, so I've waited a few minutes, and the glue should be set now because the glue that I have mixed before is nice and set. So let's see what we can extract from this. See if it did a good job. If not, well, I'll have to think of something else. There we go. Not bad at all. The texture didn't stick at all to the leather. Same thing. Looks pretty good. The texture again didn't stick to the leather, so perfect job. We'll have to sand a bit, and of course the texture is not exactly the same, but the boots were ruined anyway, so what I'll have to do is put color on this and then reshine with black shine, and so the surface will be filled in. The texture will not be exactly what the other texture was, but better than the damaged texture. And of course we can't match the texture, the old texture exactly. So I'm ready to shine now. I use just a normal black shoe shine. And when we'll do, apply liberally over the surface, and this will in turn fill in some of the cracks, and again it will mask the texture, get the sharp edges out, put a lot in the cracks. Okay, so much better. Same thing here, a lot of shine. More than usual. Just make sure that everything is nice and buttered up. Alright, let dry, and then we'll do the finish. Alright, so the shine is dry, so I'm ready for excess polish removal. There we go. All in all, a usable pair now, which before they were completely destroyed.